so Leuchtsäulen. Bei uns zumindest, Aldi Süd. Da gucke ich mal, ob ich was bekomme. YouTube habe ich nebenbei auch gestartet. Das ist doch schon mal schön. Habe ich jetzt den Sepia-Effekt aus, bitte? Das lassen wir weg. Wir haben beim letzten Mal uns so ein bisschen durchgemogelt. Ich sag das auch dieses Mal gleich dazu. Ich habe hier auf der Seite ein kleines Walkthrough offen. Aus Gründen. Ich werde das nicht verwenden, wenn wir nicht gerade festhalten oder festhängen, aber wir hatten beim letzten Mal das Problem, dass ich bei einem Charakter nicht weitergekommen bin, dann 4 andere Charaktere gemacht habe und dann war die Erinnerung so schwach, dass wir erst am Ende nach 2,5, 3 Stunden wieder zurückgekommen sind. Und dann war die Erinnerung nicht besser. Und das war keine gute Idee. Entsprechend hätte es einfach sonst zu lang gedauert. Und ich habe jetzt ein Walkthrough offen, das grob nach Charakteren geordnet ist, dass wir, wenn wir wirklich hängen, sagen können, wir schauen nach diese, ja, wie sagt man, 90 Minuten Zeitverschwendung, die wir da am Montag hatten, die waren ziemlich bitter. So, wir machen weiter. Wir starten in Tag 3, in Akt 3. Wir beginnen mit dem Akt-Intro. Viel Spaß damit. Wir hatten es schon mal.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out,
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
So, das ist der Stand. Das ist der Stand. Ich hoffe, euch ist alles klar. Ansonsten fasse ich es nochmal kurz zusammen, was wir an Tag 2 noch erlebt haben. Tag 1 natürlich auch. Wir gehen einmal ganz kurz unsere 6 Hauptverdächtigen durch. Professor Warwick ignorieren wir jetzt erstmal. Das erste ist Bryce. Kann ich so, da muss ich mal gucken, so ein bisschen Herzblattmelodie. Das ist dein Bryce. Ja, genau. Bryce. Immer noch klar wie Bratensoße. Ja, Bryce, der junge Mann, der 25 Stunden am Tag hat. Eine Stunde extra. Und immer nach Mitternacht hat er eine Stunde, in der alle anderen Menschen stehen bleiben. Und er kann handeln. Er ist Totengräber. Er hat den Sarg von Dr. Dekker getragen. Er war der Meinung, der Sarg war zu leicht. Und er hat auf dem Friedhof eine Dame, eine Schachfigur, ausgegraben. Ansonsten ist er eigentlich bei uns in Behandlung wegen seinen Depressionen. Ansonsten geht's ihm gut. Oder auch nicht. Das versuchen wir herauszufinden, wie viel seiner Erzählung stimmt. Dann haben wir hier Claire. Claire, die liebende Ehefrau, die nichts von Scheidung hält und dann lieber zum Messer greift. Sie hat uns erzählt, am ersten Tag, ja, sie hat ihren David mit dem Messer ein wenig pikiert. Aber sie hat uns auch erzählt, am zweiten Tag war sie im Lake House bei ihrem David und hat sich um ihn gekümmert. Sie kann ihn ja nicht allein lassen und sonst noch was. Währenddessen haben wir den Arrest Report von ihr bekommen. Ihr Mann ist abgestochen und tot und sie ist deswegen auch verhaftet worden. Warum es keine Verurteilung gab, wissen wir nicht. Aber irgendwas an der Geschichte stimmt nicht. Sie hat uns natürlich auch noch die traurige Geschichte ihrer Eltern erzählt, die im Lake House leider an einer Kohlenmonoxidvergiftung gestorben sind, während sie bei einer Freundin war. Als traurige Alleinerbin fühlt sie sich ihrer Erbe natürlich dem ganzen Geld, das sie bekommen hat, verpflichtet, hat auch so ein bisschen ihre sozialen Probleme gelöst. Man weiß es nicht, was mit Claire ist. Auf mich wirkt sie, ja, ein bisschen daneben. Dann haben wir hier noch Ellen. Ellen, ja, die Krankenschwester Ellen. Was soll man da sagen? Sie behauptet, sie kümmert sich ganz besonders um ihre Patienten. Hatte in der letzten Zeit ein bisschen Pech, weil viele ihrer Patientinnen und Patienten gestorben sind. Deswegen wird sie von den Kollegen gemobbt, wird als Todesengel bezeichnet. Was soll man da nur sagen? Gleichzeitig erzählt sie uns aber auch, sie hält nichts von Medikamenten, hat da vielleicht eher zu Naturheilverfahren gegriffen bei ihren Patienten und ja, man weiß es nicht, ob das nicht auch verantwortlich dafür sein könnte. Tatsächlich ist sie bei uns in Behandlung, da sie eher gestresst wirkt, hat uns aber auch von ihrer super tollen Fähigkeit erzählt, dass sie in die Haut einer anderen Person schlüpfen kann. Und ja, das klang ein bisschen weird. Sie nutzt das natürlich nur zum Guten, um ihre Patienten zu beruhigen, nochmal den Kontakt zu ihren Lieben herzustellen, dass sie in Frieden gehen können. Ich weiß auch nicht. Sie klagt über Kopfschmerzen. Das fällt mir noch ein. Wir wissen es nicht, was mit ihr ist. Dann haben wir Mariana. Wir lieben sie. Die ist... Oh, naja. Die ist speziell. Bei ihr... Sie hat Blackouts, sie ist jetzt häufiger nackt am Strand aufgewacht, konnte sich an nichts erinnern, war mit Seetang bedeckt und mehr wissen wir da eigentlich auch nicht. Das ist so ein bisschen, wie sagen wir, mysteriös. Mysteriös, ich finde mysteriös ist ein gutes Wort. Aber ansonsten hat sie uns noch erzählt, dass sie Dr. Dekker gedatet hat, der jetzt tot ist, und dass sie ihn irgendwie gruselig fand. Wir wissen es nicht, wohin da die Reise geht. Ich würde fast sagen, mach mich mal größer. Die Frau hat Probleme, wir wissen nur noch nicht welche. Dann haben wir als letztes Nathan. Nathan ist so ein bisschen mein persönlicher Favorit. Nathan hat die täglich grüßt das Murmeltier-Krankheit. Letztlich, er durchlebt jeden Tag immer aufs Neue. Am Ende von Akt 1 haben wir sogar seine Zeitschleife miterlebt. Also so ganz fake scheint es nicht zu sein. Problem, ja, an Nathan ist hier aber... Nathan ist... Oder kann... Die Lösung für sein Problem aktuell ist, dass er Sprünge in der Zeit vorwärts machen kann oder dass die Zeit für ihn weiterläuft, wenn schlimme Dinge oder einschneidende emotionale Dinge passieren. Darum hat er zum Beispiel gestern die Klamotten seiner verunglückten Ex-Freundin, also seiner verunglückten Freundin, verbrannt. Wir haben ihm empfohlen, auch noch ihren Schaukelstuhl zu verbrennen, weil wir als guter Psychiater natürlich immer zur Brandstiftung raten. Nein, das tun wir nicht. Keine Brandstiftung. Ist nicht gut. Aber verbrennt lieber Schaukelstühle anstatt anderer Dinge. Ansonsten hatten wir noch Kontakt mit Jaya, unserer Assistentin. Sie war die letzte, die Dr. Dekker lebend gesehen hat. Sie hat uns auch eingestellt. Und sie arbeitet für letztendlich für unseren also sie hat auch Dr. Dekker eingestellt und sie hat uns erzählt, Dr. Dekker hat kurz bevor er ermordet wurde, gekündigt. Davor hatte er ja, meine Assistentin hat mich eingestellt. Das ist sagen wir es mal so, die ganze Praxis, die ganze Klinik, die gehört einem Trust. Der Trust wird unter anderem von Professor Warwick, aber auch, wie heißt er, Professor Alderby. Hoppala, da war das Licht aus. Super. Licht rot. Letztendlich verwaltet und gehört zu einem Kliniknetzwerk. Und sie ist quasi die Geschäftsführerin, Sekretärin, Assistentin, die Frau fürs administrative Geschäft. Sozusagen, sie schreibt die Rechnung, sie sucht die Patienten aus, die wir nehmen. Sie kümmert sich um alles, dass wir als Psychiater nur unseren Job machen müssen. Ja, Chefin ist sie auch in gewisser Weise. Chefin ist sie auch. Ja, sie ist halt so, dass sie ist der administrative Teil der Anlage. Und wir wissen nur von ihr, dass Dr. Dekker kurz vor seiner Ermordung, übrigens am Abend des Valentinstages, wenn wir da häufiger mal Richtung Valentinstag fragen, dann hat es damit zu tun, dass er dort, wie sagt man, weggemessert wurde. Nicht gemessert, mit einem Spike, so einem Block zum Nagel zum Rezepte entwerten, wurde er in seinem Bürostuhl weggepiekst. Wir haben auch, die werden wir uns nochmal angucken, das Alderby-Footage, das ist der echte Chef oder der Mitbesitzer dieses Klinikverbandes, Professor Alderby, und der war kurz zuvor bei Dr. Dekker und dieses Footage war verstörend und da schauen wir jetzt nochmal rein, lassen uns hier so ein bisschen wie sagt man, das richtige Gefühl für die Situation geben.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As, by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world. No matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
So, das war nochmal, um so ein bisschen die Stimmung zu setzen, das Treffen zwischen Dekker und seinem Chef. Ansonsten, was haben wir noch? Ich kann es hier zeigen, weil es die ganze Zeit blinkt. Das sind Hinweise, wo wir fragen sollen, wenn wir mit den entsprechenden Leuten sprechen. Ich finde, wir beginnen aber den Tag mit einem neuen Patienten, mit Professor Warwick, den wir noch gar nicht getroffen haben. Hi, how are you?
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr. Dekker?
Dekker is dead. Der junge Mann lebt leider nicht mehr.
Is he really? Actually dead? Not a worthy adversary after all, then.
Adversary. Konkurrent.
Dr. Dekker challenged me. He tried to use my theories against me. Quantum theories.
Quantum theories.
Do you really want to know? Dekker's eyes used to glaze over whenever we talked about that. He didn't believe in quantum physics. As if it's something that you can optionally believe in. Well, it started with an experiment.
Ein Experiment.
Have you heard of quantum suicide, Doctor?
No, I haven't heard of quantum suicide.
Quantum suicide is a thought experiment that tries to explain the many worlds theory.
Das kenne ich.
You're looking at me blankly. I can see that you don't understand.
Doch, das
I
weiß
knew
ich.
you
Ich habe einen Physikabschluss.
Alternate universes. Essentially, if I were to shoot myself, then in some alternate universe, I'd still be alive. Now imagine if I could actually choose that universe. Like taking a product off a supermarket shelf. Well, I simply applied that logic to something different.
Okay.
Gambling. I set up an experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at the roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability. But then, I changed a parameter.
Moment. Du hast eine sophisticated Theorie über das Universum, über alles, über... Und du nutzt es, um beim Roulette zu bescheißen?
Perhaps ask me something physics related.
Bei Gambling.
Why not gambling? My wife Vanessa left me for a neurosurgeon. She emptied our entire combined wealth into her barrister's wallet. I needed more money. Physics provided me with a solution.
Oh Gott, was machen wir mit dem? Was machen wir denn mit dem? Ich bin der Herr der Physik und ich benutze das, um beim Glücksspiel zu bescheißen. Oh, erzähl mal.
We were married for 14 years, 7 months and 3 days. Vanessa couldn't have children, at least that's what she told me. She grounded me in reality. I'm not complaining. It's probably what I needed. But part of me always thought that one day I'd achieve immortality through science and we'd be... It wasn't to be, though.
Okay. Keine Kinder.
Well, yes, it bothered me, especially now that I find out that she's pregnant. Oh, no, it wasn't a rocket scientist that was required, but a brain surgeon, it seems. I have considered putting that neurosurgeon onto his darkest timeline. But I'm not a killer, it would seem.
Are you a killer?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Okay, du weißt nichts darüber. Okay. Okay. Auch hier nochmal zur Spielmechanik. Wir sehen das hier so ein bisschen im Overlay. Die Gespräche. Und wenn da keine Sternchen mehr dran sind, sind wir natürlich in dem Gesprächsfaden erstmal durch. Das heißt nicht, dass das alle Gesprächsfäden sind, die hier bisher erscheinen. Und
Gambling.
wir gehen hier
I
nochmal
set up an
zurück.
experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at the roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability. But then, I changed a parameter.
So, was wir hier jetzt nochmal gesehen haben, warum ich diesen Part nochmal abgespielt habe, ihr habt es vielleicht gesehen, unten in den Untertiteln war das Wort Parameter ein bisschen markiert, anders gedruckt. Das ist für uns ein Hinweis, dass da die Hauptlinie weitergeht. Das heißt nicht, dass wenn wir nur diesen markierten Begriffen folgen, wir zur Lösung kommen. Aber wenn wir irgendwohin zurückspringen, führen uns die dann üblicherweise weiter. Deswegen geht es manchmal sehr flüssig und an manchen Stellen hängt es dann wieder.
Quantum suicide required a loss of life to make it a realistic thought experiment.
Oh
So
Gott.
I simply upped the stakes. Every time I bet on odd, I would place everything I had on that one spin of the wheel, and it worked. Well, for a while.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker killed it, and I can't get it back.
Ich möchte das jetzt in einen anderen Kontext mal packen. Hast du ein Glücksspielproblem und hattest eine riesen Glückssträhne und hast gedacht, du kannst das alles kontrollieren und auf einmal hast du verloren. Und jetzt sind andere schuld. Und deswegen hat dich deine Frau für den Neurowissenschaftler verlassen. Das würde auch das Glas Whisky in deiner Hand erklären. Oder ist es nur Apfelsaft? Dekker killed your streak.
Nope. I think you're gonna have to Google that.
Nee.
Well, my theory, quantum gambling. If the stakes are high enough, you will win every time by simply shifting your consciousness into that branch that wins. That's tricky, but it can be done. Dr. Dekker didn't like that. He saw me becoming rich and powerful, and he hated that. That's why he proffered the hangman's paradox.
Ein Glück haben wir in der Klapse nur mit Irren zu tun.
Well, imagine a judge sentences you to death.
Krieg ich
Now,
hin.
it will be Monday or Tuesday next week, but it will be a surprise. Well, which day do you think you'll be executed?
Tuesday?
Well, it can't be Tuesday, because if you're still alive on Monday at midnight, then you know you'll be executed on Tuesday, so it won't be a surprise. Conversely, it can't be Monday either, because, well, you'll be expecting it to be Monday by deduction. Hence, a paradox. Dr. Dekker tricked me.
Wow, das ist aber schon eine ganz wilde Nummer. Aber das ist so natürlich ein bisschen eine Anwendung von Schrödingers Paradox. Und letztendlich die These der toten Katze, der lebenden Katze. Das ist tatsächlich mal, muss man dazu sagen, eine der besseren Erklärungen des Gedankenexperiments für die tatsächlich ein bisschen den wissenschaftlichen Hintergrund der Quantenwelle oder der Quantum Wave Function, die hinter dieser Wahrscheinlichkeitstheorie steckt, aufgreift. Das ist tatsächlich, ich finde es gerade ganz spannend. Und wenn ich jetzt nicht zufällig auch Physik studiert hätte, würde ich das vielleicht gar nicht merken, wie gut es ist eigentlich. Jetzt habe ich aber den Anschlusspunkt vergessen.
Well, it can't be Tuesday, because if you're still alive on Monday at midnight, then you know you'll be executed on Tuesday, so it won't be a surprise. Conversely, it can't be Monday either, because, well, you'll be expecting it to be Monday by deduction. Hence, a paradox. Dr. Dekker tricked me. He told me that sometime in the future I would lose a bet, that I would lose all of my money. Now, this didn't seem likely because I had quantum gambling on my side and it was working. But he unnerved me. He made me doubt myself. And then it happened. Recently, I lost everything that I'd managed to build up since Vanessa left me.
Wie lang war deine Glückssträhne? Sagst du uns nicht.
Maybe if you asked me that in a parallel universe, I actually know the answer.
Okay, du willst mir nicht sagen, wie viel du gewonnen hast. How rich were you?
Honestly? Well, I think he feared quantum physics. He didn't like things being explained in terms of science, almost as if he'd have preferred chaos.
Chaos.
Are you sure that question's for me?
Ja, die Frage ist für dich. Dann kommen wir zu unseren Standardfragen. Wo warst du am Valentinstag?
I was at a fundraiser for a charity called Mindstretch Outreach.
Auch.
Don't know how I got roped into that, I can't remember. But it was full of very clever children with bizarre outlooks on life. And Jaya. It was Jaya who asked me to go.
Moment, du... Stopp. Mindstretch Outreach, das war eine Organisation, die Dekker gegründet hat.
It's full of poor kids with very capable minds.
Ja, genau.
I did give them a talk on quantum tunneling once, and they loved it. Not sure it'll put dinner on the table for any of them, though.
Quantum. Du hast mit Kindern über Quantentunnel
You're gonna
gesprochen.
have to Google that, Doctor, I'm afraid. I'm not a walking Wikipedia. I'd love to tell you, but I am paying you by the hour. Maybe look up Schrödinger's cat whilst you're there.
Okay, du willst uns das nicht erzählen. Das war kein... das gibt's nicht. Ich weiß, was Quantentunnel sind, aber brauchen wir hier dann vermutlich nicht.
Oh, she's Dr. Dekker's lovely assistant. I imagine she's your lovely assistant now. Yeah, she always smiles and makes me a cup of tea before a session. That smile. Which reminds me, my session. Can we talk about my problem now?
Du hast noch ein Problem, außer Glücksspiel.
I don't really know what you're getting at.
Ja, du hast doch gesagt. What is your problem?
I'm not a gambler, Doctor. I'm a scientist. I need more money. It's true I've run out of money for my research. An opportunity has arisen.
What opportunity?
A very wealthy group of individuals have offered to pay me a very large sum of money if I attend their next private soiree. They don't want a talk or anything like that. They want a practical demonstration.
Practical Demonstration. Ich hab so ein Gefühl. Sind deine Kunden Italiener oder vielleicht Tschetschenen? Könnte es mit Bleivergiftung enden, wenn du... Naja.
They'll pay me £1 million if I can successfully survive 6 rounds of Russian roulette. Now, I am worried because of what Dr. Dekker said, but, well, I can't help but thinking that the stakes are so high I can't possibly lose. What do you think, Doctor? Should I take them up on their offer?
Oh Gott. Junge! Habe ich nicht gerade gesagt, halt dich von Tschetschenen fern? Jetzt sollen wir ihm was raten. Was rät man in der Situation? Was rät man da?
Do you know, you remind me of Dr. Dekker. He always used to ask me questions I didn't know the answer to.
Komm. Für die Wissenschaft.
Splendid. I can't lose, Doctor. Let me demonstrate.
Okay. Ja. Nur gut. Du kannst nicht verlieren. Das habe ich gesehen. Du hast nur nicht kräftig genug geglaubt. Da bin ich mir sicher. Oder auch nicht. Okay. Dieser Patient, das Problem hat sich gelöst. Würde ich sagen. Wie erklären wir jetzt, dass wir eine Leiche in unserem Behandlungssaal haben? Ich würde sagen, wir machen mal mit Jaya weiter.
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Nein, eigentlich haben wir keine.
That's a strange question to ask. Are you feeling all right, Doctor?
Du kannst nichts zu Professor Warwick sagen.
No, that's not it.
Okay, du kennst. Okay. Dann machen wir hier mal
I'm fine.
mit Grief Counseling. Okay. Die Sache war Marianas Address. Danach haben wir nicht gefragt.
I don't know anything about that.
Kleiner Typo, okay. Address ist so ein Wort. Doppel-D, Doppel-S.
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's all right. I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them. Well, maybe someone sneaked your phone during a session and texted. I know they all look innocent, but if it's not nailed down, there's a good chance they'll walk away with it. You know, I used to have an iPad and a Surface.
Okay. Was hatten wir noch im Anfangsdialog?
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Dr.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Ja, und wir wissen auch, dass Dr. Dekker mit Patienten eine Affäre hatte. Okay, wir sollten danach auf jeden Fall gute Dame fragen. Aber das machen wir gleich.
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you want to see them.
Yes, show me the footage.
That was a joke, Doctor. I guess we found our level.
Okay, schade. So, wo waren wir? Grief Counseling, ne?
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
Warum klingt das, als würde man ausgepeitscht werden?
Oops, that was a strange thing to say, wasn't it? Whipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already. I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
Okay. Für was zahlen wir
He
genau?
thought he saw a creature coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Creature.
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor? Perhaps you should check them?
Out of his mouth.
Nope. Ask me another.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Okay.
You're overthinking things. You don't need to ask me that.
Okay. Müssen wir dich nicht fragen. Was hatten wir noch?
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Ach, der Where I Can See You war unten markiert.
Checks and balances, Doctor.
Okay.
Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not hindering.
Helping, not hindering.
He probably did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things.
Lose sight of things.
I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His curiosity just got the better of him. There was a definite turning point.
Turning point?
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better.
Okay.
That's not something I know about.
Was haben wir noch? Home visits?
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Okay.
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better.
Misjudged.
There's just a lot of crazy flying around, Doctor. Don't catch any of it. Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me. We had a connection. It's gone now, though. You can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway. Dr.
Connection?
Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Competition.
I don't know everything.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Stronger connection. Like dating. Stronger than dating. Ay, ay, ay.
Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor?
No.
I don't know.
No, I didn't read the book.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis,
Oh,
and
God.
that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Are you?
Yes, psychology. I think you'll find it's relevant, Doctor.
Ja.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Also quasi ein 101, wie man einen Kult aufbaut. Oder... Psychokinesis ist auf jeden Fall ein Wort, das wir nachfragen sollten.
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Wow. Kojak.
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Was blinkt da eigentlich? Also, what is Psychokinesis? Okay, ja, da sind wir ja gerade dabei. Ja, welchen Ansatz sollen wir denn wählen?
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away? That's what I'd try to do.
Sind wir uns ja einig?
No, that's not it.
Okay, was haben wir noch?
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Everyone is capable.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Okay.
It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
Okay. Da wollten wir noch was von gestern fragen.
I didn't really speak to Nathan that much at all, but I have this strange feeling that I know him really well. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Okay.
No, as far as I know, Mariana was the only patient that Dr. Dekker did home visits for.
Okay.
I have no idea what they did and when they did it. I'm happy to keep it that way too.
Weil Mariana hat uns nämlich erzählt, Dekker hat mit allen Patientinnen gedatet. Das ist so eine Frage. Was haben wir noch?
Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously.
Ah ja, gut, nach dem Valentinstag können wir sie noch fragen.
I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Okay, damit sind wir mit Jaya erstmal durch. Orange heißt, wir haben noch Punkte vielleicht offen, aber wir haben you were on your...
I'm a bit of a bookworm. I'm one of those annoying, constantly self-improving, overachieving types. Takes one to know one, eh, Doctor? Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor? Perhaps you should check them?
Was kann man noch fragen?
I don't know everything. I know most things, but not everything.
Okay. War es alleine.
I don't know anything about... That's a strange question to ask. Are you feeling all right, Doctor? Nope. Ask me another...
Okay. Egal, du warst daheim. Allein. Ohne Zeugen. Bookworm und du willst uns nicht sagen, welches Buch du gelesen hast.
I'm a bit of a bookworm. I'm one of those annoying, constantly self-improving, overachieving types. Takes one to know one, eh, Doctor?
Yes. It does.
I don't know.
Okay, dann würde ich sagen, wir lassen sie erstmal ruhen. Ruhe in Frieden. Und weiter geht's mit Bryce. Hi Bryce. How are you?
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session, and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person. I know taking naked photographs is wrong, but you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like. Do you have an extra hour, Doctor?
Nein, wir haben keine Extrastunde.
In simple terms, I've got nothing to say.
Das ist aber schade.
Jessica is a beautiful woman. I've not spied on her since the incident we talked about. I have real feelings for her, Doctor. We've never connected.
Hast du mit ihr gesprochen? Vielleicht hilft das ja, außer sie anzustarren.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. It's nice you think I'm capable of such basic interaction with females. But I'm still in awe of her, really. I will think about it, though.
Okay. I'm not a bad person.
I don't know. Is that supposed to mean something?
Was hat er gesagt?
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session, and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person. I know taking naked photographs is wrong, but you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like. Do you have an extra hour, Doctor? Thank God for that. There's someone else in my hour, a hooded figure, watching me and following me. I followed it too. I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you, that I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead.
Okay.
I need to talk to you about him.
The military.
I'm surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills in the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour, get whatever you want, and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
They get you. What I do for you?
No. You have an interesting aura, Doctor. I don't often see auras, Doctor, but yours is unusual. Like, you're more than one person. Maybe I've had a few too many drams.
Okay. Da sind wir wohl irgendwo falsch abgebogen gerade.
Don't know. I don't know what you're getting at.
Du wolltest über Dr. Dekker sprechen.
I spied on Dr. Dekker, not long before he was murdered.
Okay.
I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
Okay. Wir sind neugierig.
I'd been feeling uneasy with Dr. Dekker for some time. I mentioned how he'd changed before, so I began spying on him at home. One night, the basement door was open, and Dekker was returning upstairs. I skipped past him, and there she was, a girl. It was difficult to tell, it was dark, and she was chained.
A girl.
No, sorry.
A chained girl.
I removed the chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil. I've nothing interesting to say about that.
Okay, du kannst uns nicht sagen.
I removed the chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil. That means nothing to me.
Wie hieß das Mädchen?
Don't know.
Weißt du nicht. Okay.
In simple terms, I've got nothing to say.
Okay. Ähm. Oh, cool, direkt vertippt. What else did you see?
No. Sorry.
Nicht.
I removed the chains.
Dressed her.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Was Dekker evil?
I believe that Dr. Dekker was a truly evil man, and so should you. I know you record these sessions, Doctor. I'm not going to be filmed saying I wanted him dead. But I did, and so should you. And Doctor, if I wanted to kill anyone, I'd do it in the midnight hour, wouldn't I? And when was Dekker murdered?
Hast du ihn umgebracht? Okay, können wir gerade nicht fragen.
No, I've never killed anyone. But then, even if I had, I'm not likely to tell you about it, am I, Doctor?
Wir haben noch mal die Hooded Figure. Da wollen wir noch ein bisschen weiter.
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead. I need to talk to you about him.
Risen from the dead?
Sometimes a grave I've dug becomes undug. People blame it on grave robbers. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe the grave was undug from the inside out, not the outside in. Only a gravedigger would know.
Okay. Okay. Das Chained Girl. Blair hat uns auch von einem Mädchen erzählt, das sie getroffen hat. Allerdings im Wald. Und okay, spannend. Aber yes.
I'm surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills in the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour, get whatever you want, and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
War das schon geantwortet? Yes, I'll do something for you.
Would you tell Jessica I love her? She didn't really know me that well, but I did love her. And also, there's a hard drive in the bottom drawer of my drinks cabinet. Please destroy it. Please, don't look at it.
Yes, I tell Jessica. Okay, sehr gut. Ein Hard Drive. Was ist auf der
There's a
Festplatte?
hard drive with all the pictures I've ever taken on it. The one in the bottom drawer of my drinks cabinet. Don't let Jessica see it.
Okay. Also es gibt wohl die Fotos. Okay, es gibt die Fotos wirklich. Das ist ja... Er ist gar nicht verrückt. Er hat die Fotos gemacht und er hat sie auf keinen Fall aus dem Internet. Aber unser Freund, der ans Gambling geglaubt hat, der hat sich die Kugel gegeben. Ich bin mir noch nicht sicher. Ich bin mir noch nicht sicher. Was hat er mit seiner Hand? Mit seiner Schulter. Okay, seine Schulter tut vom Graben weh. Das hat er mal erzählt. Stimmt eigentlich. Wir sollten da mehr auf die Bilder achten. Da habe ich beim letzten Mal ein bisschen davon weg, weil die eine da immer mit dem kurzen Röckchen durchgewackelt ist. Das hat zu sehr abgelenkt. Aber das mit der Hand, das fand ich jetzt gerade... Kann ich ihn danach fragen?
I don't know what you're getting at.
Okay.
Thank God for that.
So, wir gehen zurück.
There's someone else in my hour. A hooded figure. Watching me and following me. I followed it too.
Oh. Du bist ihr auch gefolgt. Wohin bist du ihr gefolgt?
Whatever it is that's following me, it doesn't want to catch me yet. If I move towards it, it runs away. And when I follow it past temptations. A bar brawl, an open till, an open bedroom window. Like it's testing me.
Bar Brawl.
I split the brawl up.
Okay. Ein Open Bedroom Window. War nicht Jessica, oder?
I looked in. Watching other people is somehow built into our genes, Doctor. There was an old woman in bed.
Okay.
I went inside. Her bed covers were smoking. I think she'd fallen asleep holding a cigarette. I took the covers and put them in the bath. She'd have died otherwise. And no, I didn't take any pictures.
Saved her.
That means nothing to me. Yes, Vienna.
Okay. Was war das letzte? Wir hatten das offene Fenster. Wir hatten den Brawl. Was war noch? Ja genau, ein Open Till.
I did nothing. I'm not stealing anymore.
Okay. Is testing you. Du hast nach Testing gefragt, ne?
I think that I'm becoming a good person, Doctor. I'm ashamed of some of the things I've done, but I'm getting better. The hooded figure, it's testing my morals. Judging me. For what? I don't know.
Judging you.
I don't know.
Haben wir noch offen? Nur grüne Sachen. Das heißt, es fehlt uns vermutlich noch eine komplette Gesprächskette. Was ein Open Till ist. Ne Registrierkasse oder so. Ne Barkasse. Würde man am ehesten dazu sagen. So ein Draw. So ein Money Draw. Wir hatten das bei Blueprints, glaube ich. Gab es doch das auch. So. Was können wir ihn noch fragen? Also ja, nach dem Crime Scene Report. Er hat Dekker gesehen. Da haben wir noch nicht gefragt. Okay, wir können ihn nach dem Paper Spike fragen. Was können wir noch fragen? Mehr sehe ich hier gerade nicht. Ach, das haben wir Ding auch nicht gefragt. Ja.
It's in that police report that I gave to you. You should really take a look at it.
Okay. Dann.
Dr. Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me. But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand.
Okay. Das ist gruselig.
I've nothing interesting to say about that.
Das ist gruselig. Und Stern
Dr.
dran.
Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me. But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand.
Right through your hand.
In simple terms, I've got nothing to say.
Ich hab ein ganz mieses Gefühl. Ein ganz mieses Gefühl. Wir haben ihn noch nicht alles gefragt, aber ich habe keine Ahnung, was wir ihn noch fragen sollen. Das ist jetzt der Punkt, bei dem ich dazu tendiere, Richtung Komplettlösung zu schauen. Weil ich habe gerade echt keine Ahnung, was wir Bryce noch fragen können. Ich meine, wir müssen über das... Hier,
I spied on Dr. Dekker.
You spied.
Not long before.
Oh. Spied?
Don't know.
Spied on Dekker.
I didn't get much sleep. Try an easier question.
Did you spy on Dekker? So ist, glaube ich.
I didn't need an extra hour to realize Dr. Dekker was strange.
Das wissen wir.
I've nothing interesting to say about that.
Wir fragen mal nach
That
Mariana.
means nothing to me.
Sagt ihm nichts, Mariana. Irgendjemand hat unser Handy benutzt, um Marianas Adresse zu bekommen. Wir waren es nicht. What about Claire?
No. Sorry.
Okay. Was haben wir hier noch? Wir haben noch die 3 grünen...
I spied on Dr. Dekker, not long before he was murdered. I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
Okay.
No, I didn't feel lustful, Doctor. I was angry. If I had taken pictures, there would at least been some evidence. A sicker man would have taken pictures and saved the day.
Okay. Was? Okay. Dann behalten wir das mal so im Hinterkopf. Wir gehen zu Claire. Das war das etwas verrückte Huhn, das ihren Mann... Hi, Claire.
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside.
Okay. Du hast das Girl wieder gesehen und du warst bei David. Das sind ja 2 Dinge, die sind nicht sehr spannend.
If David doesn't exist, then that means that I really did kill him. He really is buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to me. It's more probable that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
Ich frage erstmal nach dem Paper Spike, sonst vergesse ich den wieder.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
Okay, wir haben... das Girl. Wir gehen nochmal aufs Girl ein.
Sorry. I don't know.
Nichts.
Think, Doctor, think. Use your brain. Or your notes if you have to.
Boah, ist die frech. Soll sie nach ihrem Arresting fragen. Da... Neighbor... Blood steak knife.
The steak knife was the closest, sharpest weapon I could lay my hands on. I didn't really have much time to think about it. It's a messy business, stabbing someone. You'd imagine that it would be like slicing into a pie with all the filling just slowly oozing out, but it's so much more dramatic, like popping a cork of a bottle of champagne. Blood sprayed everywhere.
Okay. Also jetzt haben wir nach Blood, Steak Knife, Neighbor.
My neighbours seem far more interested in my business than they are their own. The lake house only has one house opposite, and it was on sale for some time. I suppose I should have bought it.
Okay. Was haben wir noch? Neighbor, Blood, Steak Knife, Dead Man. Ja, wir hatten... den Dead haben wir schon gefragt, oder? Ist David dead? Haben wir schon gefragt.
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside. I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
She caught a fish.
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Die macht mir echt Angst, die Frau. So, you found your key. Sie hat gesagt, sie hat aus dem Bedroom geguckt.
Oh, I found the key. It must have been there all along, in a drawer in the hallway. I could have sworn I'd looked there already.
Und gestern hat sie uns nämlich gesagt, dass sie den Schlüssel verloren hat für das Lake House. Jetzt hat sie gesagt, sie hat aus dem Fenster rausgeguckt. Aber der Drawer, den sie gerade beschrieben hat, hat sie gesagt, ist in the hallway. Das ist irgendwie falsch.
You don't have to analyze everything I say, Doctor. Sometimes a hallway is just a hallway. And yes, before you ask, the same goes for the drawer.
Nee, eben nicht. Du hast gesagt, gestern, du bist nicht reingekommen. Dann kannst du jetzt nicht im Flur den Schlüssel gefunden haben. Weil du warst nämlich gestern bei uns. Würde ich mal sagen. Das passt alles noch nicht.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
Ah. Yeah. You
He's
know.
buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
Welcher? Ich habe schon eine Vermutung, aber...
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a grave digger, I believe.
Okay, dann fragen wir jetzt David. Komm, nee, Bryce nach David. Did you bury David?
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly.
Moment. The coffin was heavy.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Du hast gesagt, Deckers Coffin war leicht.
I'm actually a classically trained...
Moment, er ist hinten umgekippt, hat er gesagt.
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly. I find using nautical terms to describe the position of pallbearers fitting. Plus, most of them are 3 sheets to the wind. You know, drunk.
So, was haben wir da noch?
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly. Is that supposed to mean something?
He was agitated.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm actually a classically trained...
Wir können noch nach Paul Bearer fragen. Landen wir auch da. Ich sehe da jetzt noch
I'm
keine...
actually a classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly.
Okay. Okay. Gehen wir nochmal zurück zu Claire.
I don't know what you're after, but I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a gravedigger, I believe. That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
David is alive.
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
Did you resurrect David? War aber ganz doof.
That's not relevant here.
Okay.
Try asking me something I might know.
Er war doch fatally wounded.
David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear. He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her. He said he didn't love me anymore. Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody. I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it. So, I fixed him.
Das ist neu. Den Hergang hat sie uns schon erzählt. I fixed him ist neu.
It was about a week later.
A week later.
I brought David back to life.
Oh God.
Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection. Yes, resurrection.
Okay.
But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term.
Hast jetzt einen Zombie daheim?
Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
Ja, super.
I think his brain was already decaying during the week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely. Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it. He's your basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
Aha. Du hast einen Zombie.
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive, and I can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers, which is why I'm hoping that you'd be able to help me.
Okay.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that.
Was ist mit Iris?
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I knew it was all lies anyways.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
What? Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is Iris?
The girl who was chained in the basement. Her name is Iris. How do you know that? Not that it means anything. She wouldn't remember me anyway. Time was frozen.
Okay.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Du hast mir gestern erzählt, dass Dekker nicht in seinem Sarg war. Moment. Ah, das sind wieder Bilder im Kopf. Da läuft wieder Kopfkino ab.
I'm getting tired of all these questions. I'm getting tired of everything.
Okay. Weiß auch nicht, wo Iris ist. Ja. Ja.
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive. Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder. To lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer. But I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor? At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't mean to kill him. I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life.
Okay, I
Does this
stabbed
mean
him
you
a
won't
bit.
help me? Was I temporarily insane?
Ich weiß nicht, ob du ja, a bit. Und ich weiß nicht, ob du temporarily insane bist. Yes, you were temporarily insane.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all I needed to hear. From you or Dr. Dekker. But Dr. Dekker wouldn't do that for me. He wanted something else.
Oh! Dr. Dekker wanted something else. Jetzt wird's hier. Jetzt wird's aber wild. Hey, hey, hey. What did Dekker want?
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my alleged ability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
What girl? Oh, stop. Whoa. Wow. Oh, da geht so viel durcheinander. So.
He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house. Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris. I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted. A temporary insanity diagnosis.
Ich weiß nicht, wer hier den größeren an der Klatsche hat. Ähm.
I have a picture of him I took after he came back. I'll bring it in next session.
Okay. Komm, ich.
Yes, he did come back to life, but he's not a zombie. He looks like he always did. Just his mind is encumbered. There's no way back.
Okay.
At the lake house. He doesn't move from there. For good reason. David shouldn't be alive, so he can't just stroll around the neighborhood. It's unseemly. I did think he'd be able to rejoin society at some point, but not anymore. He's getting worse, not better.
Okay. Dekker hat eine Geisel gehalten und er wollte sie um die Ecke bringen, damit du sie wiederbelebst. Und sein anderer Patient hat sie befreit. Okay. Was haben wir noch? Wir haben noch diesen Pallbearer und what did Dekker
Dr.
want?
Dekker teased me mercilessly about my alleged ability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually.
Changed his mind.
And then he mentioned the girl. He told...
Changed his mind. Das ist noch ein Punkt.
Dr. Dekker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house.
Ah.
He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Ja.
Very well. In our next session.
Okay. Du bringst... Ah, nee, du hast ja gesagt, du bringst ein Bild mit. Das ist okay. Aber den Pallbearer.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a gravedigger, I believe.
Okay.
I've nothing interesting to say about that.
I don't understand what you're getting at, Doctor. Please be more specific.
Okay. Auch das nicht. Weil Bryce hat gesagt, der Psych war was anderes.
I don't know, Doctor.
Da ist noch irgendwas.
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
Ja, aber ich wüsste gern, ob die Leiche im... What was in the coffin?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that.
Ah. Dann gehen wir mal weiter. Ist das... Wen? Too much to do today, ja. Haben wir alles aus dem Arrest Report? Das, ja, haben wir alles, ne? Ja. Okay, dann gehen wir mal zu Alan. Hi, Alan.
I'm okay, I suppose. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. I feel a bit sad, to be honest. I gave all my keepsakes back.
The paper spike, yeah.
It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Okay. Ich muss ganz kurz was zu trinken einschenken. Dann fragen wir, warum das weird ist.
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. Yeah, this bit here between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
Okay.
I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
Okay. Also Dekker hatte auf jeden Fall eine an der Klatsche.
Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
Okay.
Sorry, I wish I could help.
Okay, zu Psychokinesis weißt du nix. Dann lass uns über Hilda sprechen. Das ist ihre Patientin, die gerade am Sterben ist.
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Scratch.
It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Okay, du willst heute Nacht shapeshiftern.
You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
Turn into her daughter.
That's the plan. I know, it sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them? Okay, hold on. nothing is gonna work. On the bright side, that probably means you're not gonna die anytime soon.
Okay.
Ask me something else. That one's a dud.
Okay, das war eine Niete. You pretend to be Hildas daughter, das wissen wir schon. Das haben wir ja schon.
It's tricky. I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say.
Das ist die Frage.
I say things like, it's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum, or I love you, Dad. But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Okay.
Does it really matter if it isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it if it brings them peace? Tell me honestly, Doctor, do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
Das ist eine echt schwere Frage.
Good, because I really feel this is something I have to do.
Das ist gut. Ich denke nicht, dass das falsch ist. Ich denke, es ist falsch, das dann auszunutzen, aber das Grundsätzliche. Was haben wir noch? Terry, ne? What about Terry?
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back. Actually,
Das Amulett.
it doesn't seem like she's been very well. Not her usual self. Maybe she's got a bug or something.
Ja. Das war's schon? What? Okay. Wieso ist das noch mit Doppelstern?
Okay, I suppose.
Okay. Harry is sick. Okay. Also, ja.
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. And those seem to be the 3 criteria.
Did you shift for Dekker?
I think Dr. Dekker showed me something that was always there. I've always wanted to help people. I hate to see people suffer. I don't think Dr. Dekker made me into a shifter, but I don't think I'd be doing what I do if it wasn't for him. His mum was one of the first ones I tried shifting for.
Dekker's mom.
Is that really what you want to talk about?
Ja.
No.
Hä?
I think Dr. Dekker showed me something that was always there. I've always wanted to help people. I hate to see people suffer. I don't think Dr. Dekker made me into a shifter, but I don't think I'd be doing what I do if it wasn't for him. His mum was one of the first ones I tried shifting for. I don't know anything about that. That doesn't really matter. Let's talk about something else.
Ich würde gern auch noch mal hier in den Scratch reingehen, aber mir fällt gerade nichts ein. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen hier bei ihr mal raus. Und wir fragen bei unserer Lieblings-Mariana weiter. Da haben wir ja noch Dinge und das ist ja auch immer so das optische Highlight des Interviews sozusagen.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
Okay. Moment.
I'm okay.
Rent Day.
Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Juhu, wir haben 500 Fragen gestellt. Ne, 500 Antworten bekommen. Fragen gestellt haben wir mehr. Okay. Der Paper Spike. Bevor wir es vergessen.
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money. I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Natürlich. Dr. Dekker hatte keine Probleme damit, wenn deine Schecks geplatzt sind. Darum hattet ihr ja auch Dates. Das ist natürlich klar. Was da auf den Dates wohl passiert ist.
Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
Okay.
Nope. Nothing. I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars, though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
Nein.
Can you repeat that?
Mädel?
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget. crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Was ist mit dir denn bitte los?
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me
Echt?
wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that. I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach?
Oh Gott. Ja, ich will mit dir an den Strand. Rein wissenschaftlich.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine.
Okay.
They follow me wherever I go.
Nennt sich Stalker.
Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor? Yes, they follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance. They're in some kind of trance, like zombies, but I don't know what they want.
Also ich könnte mir vorstellen, was Männer wollen, die dir nach Hause folgen. Ich kann mir sehr genau vorstellen, was die wollen.
I'm not a siren, it's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman too. She followed me. If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work. Interesting that you should say that. Dr. Dekker said the same thing. And he's dead now. Siren, mermaid? Do you think I could really be one?
No, you are not a siren. Ai, ai, ai. Was passiert, wenn das Leute angucken? Hat kurz funktioniert
If
nicht.
I kiss somebody and a lot of people are watching, they don't follow me. Too embarrassed, I guess.
Did you kiss Dekker? Okay, das will sie uns nicht sagen.
They follow me. wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Hat man doch schon geraten. Heim zu dir.
Yes. They follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
Silent ist noch ein Punkt, den wir ansprechen können.
I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me.
Sehr schön. Was passiert am Ende? Was passiert, nachdem sie dir gefolgt sind?
It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again.
Disappear.
They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them. But I've not run into the same person twice.
Okay. Sind wir bei ihr auch durch? Und nicht weiter? Also, bisher würde ich sagen, eigentlich hat nur Nathan ein Alibi. Und irgendwas ist noch mit Bryce und Claire. Aber wir wollen natürlich auch zu Nathan. Hi Nathan. How are you?
A burned Hannah's rocking chair. The day moved forward. It was a good choice.
Danke.
I'm not sure I've got much left of hers now. I've burnt most of it, or given it away, just to make the days move forward. There was a moment when I was attacking a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Der Paper Spike.
I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike. I haven't really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah died.
Okay.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy. I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power. The curse. Well remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
Believed him.
No, sorry. No, I don't know about that. Sorry, drawing a blank.
Immer im Ding drin bleiben. Was kannst du mir noch über Dekker sagen?
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit...
Problems. More problems.
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Ja, in der Tat.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Dating?
I signed up for a dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
Okay.
I signed up for a dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay. Was haben wir hier noch bei Did He Curse You?
Ah, the curse. Or remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's gonna sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
I believed him. Also ist doch irgendwas mit believed.
I've got nothing to tell you.
Okay. Der Dekker führt alles da nach oben.
I burned Hannah's rocking chair. The day moved forward. It was a good choice. I'm not sure I've got much left of hers now. I've burnt most of it, or given it away, just to make the days move forward. There was a moment when I was attacking a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Salvation Army bin ist noch markiert.
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
You read the diary.
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Okay.
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Wow! Junge! Nach Chaya müssen wir auch noch fragen, das ist richtig. Was ist noch offen bei ihm? Paperspike haben wir gefragt, Hannah will er nicht, Dating tut er. Dieser Curse hier.
Ah, the curse. Or remembered.
Bin jetzt dann doch dafür, einen Hint vermutlich zu nehmen. Why did you believe that? Das haben wir doch gefragt.
I didn't want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Demonstration.
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Hypnotize.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked. I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along, keep coming to the sessions, pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again, but I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know. He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore, so I got basic therapist. He told me lots of people get depression, to become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Ja, da wollten wir ja eh noch mal drüber. Da hatten wir ja...
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember. She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
Okay, fehlt noch Bryce und Claire. Jay und Nathan. Ja, haben wir ja
I
schon.
didn't really speak to Nathan that much at all, but I have this.
Ja, das hatten wir gestern Nacht schon. Das wissen wir alles. Dass du Nathan da in der vorherigen Episode... Okay. Dann Bryce. Verwend jetzt die Hints weiter, weil ansonsten laufen wir hier ewig rum. Did Claire ask you to do something with David's body? Was ist denn das für eine Frage? Was wäre Claires Frage? Oh, okay. Das hätten wir natürlich fragen können. Da hätten wir drauf kommen können.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Doctor. I saw Claire Castleford's husband in the coffin myself before carrying him to the grave. He is in the ground. I'm sure it wouldn't take much for the police to get an order to have him exhumed. Just make sure it's done on Tuesday morning when I'm off.
Okay.
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult, unless you pay the right people.
Okay.
Sorry.
Claire hat dich nicht bezahlt. Okay.
It makes for interesting reading, doesn't it? I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
Ja, das haben wir schon. So. Dann können...
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this.
Yes.
Answer me.
Okay, du willst
And how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them? Oh, Doctor, how disappointing. We've been through this already. Encouraging them to use their power just makes them worse. That's what Dr. Dekker did. Look at him now. I thought you were different. Oh, I thought we'd get on, but I'm wrong.
Oh no!
Enjoy your sleep, Doctor.
Ja?
There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We've both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
You may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Act 4, Dreams. Ich würde sagen,
Morning, Doctor. You're looking a bit
unwell, ja. Hab's jetzt unterbrochen, weil das ist jetzt für mich der Punkt zu sagen, da machen wir morgen weiter. Weil das Spiel ist ganz schön anstrengend, dem allen zu folgen. Und dritter Tag durch. Wir haben wieder neue Patienten. Charlotte kennen wir auch noch nicht. Und so weiter und so fort. Aber wir machen jetzt hier zumindest mit dem Spiel Schluss. Ich denke, wir spielen noch ein bisschen Clair Obscur. Bisschen was Ruhigeres. Weil etwas, das mich nicht so sehr belastet. Sagen wir so. Und ich verabschiede mich natürlich von YouTube. Danke, dass ihr da wart. Tüdelü.